Hey, it's John-Marc, and thanks for checking out this latest drawing video and watching me how to draw. That's right. So if you're ready just to see how I actually draw, this is a technique that I actually took a screenshot of me drawing in Photoshop. So stand by and watch this video. Hey, I'm back right now. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is just going to create a basic shape like I share from time to time on my video. And I have a crosshair. I'm currently using like a 6-point lead, as they would say on the computer, to make it very, very fine. And I'm just roughing out the outline of where the eyes and nose and currently right where the mouth is. So as you can see here, this would be considered like a speed sketch. This is nothing more than like if I'm doing storyboards or layout designs or a conceptual idea for a client. I'll work pretty quick like that just to get the thought process out. So I'm not worried about the details or the proportional anything right now. It's more just to get the detailed stuff out so that the client, or in this case, a little character design for a little laughter, you guys can see. So it wouldn't take me an hour, but cleaning up, if I want to make this really good in ink, could take such a time to doing something like that. But this was just a quick little rendering, so you can do it at home at your pace. But at the same time, I would challenge you, don't take your time, go really quick. Let me see those quick lines. As you can see here, I'm building that little hat back right now and sweeping around, quickly moving. It's just to get the fundamental shapes across. That's all this is. And as you can see, again, I'll start with a blue pencil, then I'll come back over with a little heavier lead afterwards, like a typical number 2 pencil. As many of you are already going to be getting used to that, because when you head back to school and take your test, they always ask for a number 2 pencil. All right, that's considered an HB lead. Well, as you can see here, now I'm just going back a little bit more detail, a little bit, not detail, more darker lines. I'll come back. So I start it very light, and now I'm going to bring a little bit heavier. And now what I'm just doing is I'm just working on some contrast. Like I filled in his eyes there and the mouth right now. And this is just a simple shape. So with this face laughing, I can turn it into keeping the same type of structure, the same angle, and just change it to be sad, shocked, or just like staring. Ooh. Anyways. So when you're creating a character, those crosshairs are really essential to know where the eyes, nose, and mouth, and in some cases ears, like this guy doesn't have any. So this is like really like a fun little laugh. So I'm changing his eyebrows, kind of like, that's funny. You know, that would be kind of an expression. Kind of reminds me of that laugh from Abbott and Costello. Yeah, I enjoy that TV series when I was growing up. It's a black and white one. It's a very old one. All right. So that looking good right now. A little bit more detail on his arm. Let's just put a sleeve on there and put like a little metal around his neck there. And I think I'm about ready to start on with the traditional black lead. Alright, let's begin with the final step by putting the traditional lead on there. And what you'll notice at this part of the video, you're going to see the artwork rotate. That's right, my traditional animation skills brought back into this level. But not only that, I like to change the paper that makes my arm and my action of my drawing of my pencil the most comfortable and fluent line that I can possibly make, in which I rotate the paper so I can get the angle a lot easier with my hand. So what you see me doing right now is I'm just slowly going over on the layers, and I might refine the shape and change it or even add things into it when I'm finished with this. I don't know. You'll just have to stay tuned and watch and see if I change any shape or add anything in there. What I like to share also, the difference between traditional drawing and drawing on the computer is I have layers. So what I can do now is turn on, turn off. So if I don't like something I did on the final step here with the HB pencil, you know, the last dark line, I can easily erase without erasing the blue line, because I would actually create two different layers. Now, traditionally, if I made a little mistake or I want to change something, I'll be erasing everything from my very original blue line to even my final line on top. So it's a little bit trickier in keeping your mind, understanding the pros and cons. And honestly, you should learn doing on the paper before on the computer, because then you can appreciate when you're making a mistake what you have to do. So don't think the computer makes the artist. It doesn't. You're the artist before the computer was even in this picture. Alright, as I would say, make sure when you are finished with all this stuff that you save, so you can see your progress as an artist. And even date it so you even know when you did it. You'll be surprised when you did a picture. It was a year old and you're like, wow, that felt just like yesterday. And you can see your progress as being an artist, how much better you're getting. And as you can see, you're just watching, and as I'm turning, watching and turning, it's like a washing machine. I am actually just taking the little hat and changing the size of maybe some of the overlapping texture, and you can see what I can do when I rotate it. Then I can make sure some of the lines are not connecting, that they stop and another line continues right at the last spot. Sometimes to give more of a three-dimensional feel to it. If you're wondering, I'm using my space board, listen to me, not space board, space bar, to move the picture around with my little hand. That's what makes it move left and right. And I have another little control on my left hand that I can just automatically rotate this entire screen, which makes it a lot easier for me. Then we got the shoulder on the bottom there. I'm just quickly just putting that down there. There you go. That looks good. Get the other side of the shoulder with a little shirt on. Again, that's a little more comfortable for my hand by pulling down. And there I can see what I'm drawing and see it as well. So my hand is not covering it like my little wrist. Okay, let's do the little top of the shirt, really. All right, we gotta finish that little medallion around the neck. That's looking good. Put a little of the chain behind the shoulder, give it a little bit there, and have the other one a little bit more on higher up. There you go. So it's coming across. I just finished that sleeve on the other side. There you go. I think this is just about done. So as I can share from you watching, thanks for checking it out. As always, I want to make sure that you challenge yourself and do about 30 minutes a day of sketching. If you can't do 30, do whatever you can. But as more you do, the better you'll become as an artist, and that is practicing. As always, I want to say thanks for checking out this video, and have a great day.